there again everyone. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, seeing as my channel is called Leanne's Loopy Library and not just Leanne's Library now. The reason I put the word loopy in there is one, because I like knitting and crocheting and putting stuff on needles and making things, and I wanted to share that with you, and I haven't really done that much so far, so I thought I'd do a video just based on my knitting. I'm gonna have to keep like cutting bits out because I keep coughing because I'm just recovering from COVID right now. So fun times. But yes, I thought I'd do a video just kind of showing you what's on my needles right now and what I'm making, and you know, why this channel is more than just one hobby that I have. So normally I do reading videos, and today I'm going to do a knitting video because I haven't got anything that I'm crocheting right now, so it's just going to be knitting. So I just thought I'd let you know that first. So as you might have seen in my thumbnail, I'm knitting something that is looking like a blanket, and that's because I am knitting a blanket. So this is the current panel that I'm on, and you'll see all these strands coming off the side because I need to like make the edging afterwards and sew them in. So I'm just leaving them until I will be crocheting the edge around the blanket. So this is the fourth panel I'm on, I think. So what I want to tell you is that I am making a temperature blanket, and that's what this is that I'm making. So let's start with the beginning of the year. This was my very first panel that I made, if you can see. So light, like white actually, this bit here, that is the coldest, so that's below 0. Then light grey, I'll kind of show you on that wheel as well. So I have, well, it's called cream, which is the coldest colour, which is between, I'm going by Celsius, not Fahrenheit, so I don't really know Fahrenheit. So that's -5 to 0, but really it's just kind of below 0. Then I've got silver, which is between 1 and 5 degrees. And then I have graphite, which is between 6 and 10 degrees. Violet, which is between 11 and 15. I have Parma Violet, which is between 16 and 20. I have Lime, which is actually kind of like a mustard colour in my eyes anyway, which is between 21 and 25. I have a Dandelion colour, which is between 26 and 30. And I have Buttermilk, which is 31 plus, which we have actually had. I genuinely didn't think I'd use that colour, but I have, unfortunately. I do not like that kind of heat. But yes, this was my very first panel that I made, beginning with the very start of the year, and it actually started on a purple day. The 1st of January was actually a relatively warm day, and today is purple in mid-September. So yeah, it was strange that it started off as a relatively warmish day. So yeah, and then it went to like grey, like dark grey, light grey, cold colours. So my second panel is this one that I made. So we have some light purples, some dark purples, and some dark grey, and some light grey down here too. Oh, I'm just putting here. Okay. So this is my third panel, and then we've started, this is obviously going into the summer months as well, so we've started getting some mustard, and these are the like heat wave areas where there's this very, like that buttermilk colour, so there's a heat wave there, and in my current panel that I'm doing is the other heat wave that we've had within that. So fun times. So I will just show you my current one again. So where's the heat wave here? Oh, it didn't actually go into the pale yellow this time, but that's where it got quite hot again. Because what I do with my temperature blanket is I record the temperature at midday, so 12 o'clock, middle of the day. That's when I will write down what the highest temperature of the day has been so far. And so if it gets hotter than that later in the day, unfortunately if it goes over into the next colour, that won't be recorded. But it's kind of like noon, that's when I write the temperature down, because whilst I'm at work, unfortunately I can't really look at my phone and be like, oh well, the temperature went up to this. So I thought that was kind of the best option for my blanket. So yeah, this is what I'm currently working on, and it's very exciting that at the end of the year I'll have a finished project that I'll just have to crochet the edges for and sew it all together, and I will have a nice comfy blanket in winter, like in January when it's very much needed. And it'll show like what the past year has been and how the temperature has fluctuated throughout, and it's very good to be able to look back on maybe like this year, for example, and be like, oh, this is what the temperature was like that year. It's the first time I'm ever doing this. I may do it again eventually. I might crochet one, I might knit again, but next time I won't be doing 5 rows every day. I think that was a little ambitious of me to do because this is going to be a giant blanket. So next time I think it'll probably be a bit smaller. So I do 5 rows every day, and it's this like basket weave stitch, if you can see the texture of it. And so, for example, this yellow row here is 1 day. So I think I was a bit ambitious. Next time it'll just be 2 rows a day, I think. And the lines will be a lot thinner. I'll probably use a different stitch. The reason I've done 5 rows every day is to get this really nice effect that it gives. I probably should have done like 3 or 4 rows. That would have been fine, but I really like the way it looks, so it'll be a nice big blanket at the end of it, so I'm happy with it. So I've never really shared the type of wool that I use with you. So this is just an acrylic Specialcraft or Starcraft special double knit yarn, and I've told you all the colours already. But that's the yarn I'm using for this blanket, and it feels nice, and if I put it against my face, it's not itchy or anything. And it's, you know, it's a slightly cheaper yarn because obviously I'm making something so big, and it's like a blanket, so it won't, like, I won't be using it just against my skin all the time. It's just going to be an extra layer that I'm going to wrap up in, so it's not going to be against much bare skin. So I'm happy with it. It's nice yarn, and it does feel nice. It's not like really cheap and itchy or anything, but it's just nice, I think, for a blanket. So yes, that is my temperature blanket that I will not be finished until the very end of the year, and I'll probably run into next year because I'm behind right now. I'm only on the 2nd of September here, and it is currently, I don't even know what the date is, the 19th of September. So that's where I'm up to. I'm a few weeks behind. I just wanted to let you know as well that I'm currently getting, like, going to the doctors for tests on my hands because my hobbies hurt me. I continue to do them. I have to have massive long breaks between sessions because I am constantly in pain in my hands. So reading hurts, knitting hurts, crocheting hurts, all the things that I enjoy doing does really hurt me. So I have to kind of take it slow and take breaks between things. And that's why I stick to audiobooks a lot, because I can listen to my audiobooks and knit at the same time, or I can not have the pressure of having the book in my hand when I'm reading. So that's why I do actually audiobook more than physically read, because I do have the time to physically read, but it does end up hurting me, so that's the reason. Audiobooks are also very good, so I would recommend them if you can sit and listen to them, and focus on them as well, because sometimes the focus does go away when you're listening, but you know. So yeah, that's why I'm always behind on this blanket, because it does hurt me to make it, and I'm hoping that I get some kind of diagnosis at some time soon. I do have some physiotherapy coming up to see what it might be, and hopefully they can figure it out. I think it might be arthritis because it's in the family, but we'll see. So I'm going to put this down and show you the other things I'm also making. So my best friend is currently pregnant with her 3rd child, and I thought I would make my very first baby knit, because I've never actually knit anything for a baby before. So I'm going to do that, and it's like this little romper. It doesn't look like much yet, and I am going to have to undo some of it as well. You know, it doesn't look like much yet. This is the bit I'm having to undo because it came out wrong. It's supposed to look more like, where are we? It doesn't look like much yet, but it will. It's supposed to look more like this straight edge here, but it didn't. It kind of went a bit middling. So can you see the difference? I'm gonna have to undo this bit, And yeah, so it's basically going to have this coming up like that, and that's like the crotch area, and then this will come around kind of to the front. That'll be over the top of that, I think. It'll have buttons here, and then these will come over and be buttoned on as well, and it'll be nice and cute on my best friend's little baby girl. Obviously it doesn't look like much yet, but when you fold it over it kind of takes shape, and it'll be sewn down a bit too. So not done yet, and I'm having to do some undoing, and I've got a few other bits to do, sewing buttons on and that, but that is my other project. So this is actually a more expensive kind of wool. This is baby merino, and it is gorgeously soft, and I hope the baby loves the feel of it. But she'll probably be wearing it over like a vest or something along those lines anyway. So the wool won't be right against the skin, but it is lovely and soft. And again, it's baby merino, so it is perfect for babies. And this is the yarn I'm using. How gorgeous is that little pale colour? And I'm throwing it. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, it knits into this gorgeous material. So I'm very excited to be able to give her this when she has a baby. I will get it finished. I've had to put it off for a while because, again, hands hurting and having to undo stuff is very frustrating. So I'm very excited to see this done though. My very first baby knit. The blanket though is my own creation. I've just used a basic basket weave and I'm just doing that. It's obviously my own creation because it's going to be unique to my time zone, my area, the temperatures, the pattern that, well, not pattern that I'm using, but the stitch that I'm using, and how many rows and all that kind of stuff. So this is a unique design, this temperature blanket. It's my own, so. And it was my partner's mum who came up with the idea for us all to do temperature blankets. So I'm making one, my partner's mum and my partner's nan were all making one this year, and they all are going to look very different. Mine's this beautiful basket weave stitch. My partner's mum is doing the just knitting across, and that's looking beautiful as well. Like, that's the one I'll probably do next time. And then my partner's nan is making like a zigzag, is it like an Afghan or, but yeah, anyway, like a zigzag stitch, and that looks gorgeous as well. It actually kind of looks a bit like a beach towel because the way it looks, she's like used blues and like blues and yellows and stuff like that, and it looks like the beach. Like, it reminds me of the beach very much. My partner's mum, however, is using kind of similar colours to me, but like pinks and purples, greys. Like, she's used pinks where I've used the yellows, if you know what I mean. So hers is this very beautiful kind of similar colours, pink, purples and greys kind of going into each other. So that's a lovely one too. So they're all going to look very, very different, and we all live in slightly different areas as well. So the temperatures are going to be different as well. So they're all going to be very, very unique and beautiful. Very excited to see all three of them at the end of the year. And the final thing I am currently working on is a like vest top kind of shirt for myself. So I've made the back of it so far, and that's it, but it's this colour, this lovely colour, and it's creasing a bit. So that's what the back is going to look like on me, kind of. It's got this ribbing at the bottom. It's going to have sleeves made onto it later on. It's a bit curved right now, so you can't see where the arms are going to be, but if I do this, there we go, that's where the arms are going to be. And this is a shirt made of cotton, so this is my first cotton knit, I think, so actually. So a lot of firsts going on here right now. First temperature blanket, first baby knit, first cotton knit. I'm exploring different kinds of knitting and really enjoying it as well. So yeah, I've made the back panel so far. I still need to make the front. I haven't even started the front yet because, again, pain, but how beautiful is this working up? So this is, I can't remember what it's called now. It's a certain kind of knit where all of the outside of it is knitted, and then you have to knit one way and purl the other way. It's a really obvious name that I'm not remembering. But yeah, the wrong side is purled. As you can see here, it looks totally different to this. So this is knit stitch, and this is a purl stitch inside, and that just makes it very obvious where the inside and the outside of the of the fabric is, and it'll be very beautifully knitted on the outside, and it looks really lovely. So again, I'll leave a pattern because I am following a pattern for this. It's somebody else's creation. I think it was free, but I'm not certain. So absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And the yarn I'm using for this is Creative Cotton Aran, and this is what it looks like. But it is this lovely reddish kind of yarn that I really like the look of. Like, I know red suits me, so I'm going with what I know suits me, and I know I'll be happy with the final piece in that sense. So yeah, that is everything I'm currently working on, and I will update you when those patterns have moved on a little bit, especially when that baby romper's finished. I'm very excited to show you that. You'll see my blanket at the end of the year, and that'll be exciting to show you and wrap up in nice and be nice and toasty in. It's going to be huge, so it will like wrap around me properly. And yeah, I will have a nice new shirt that might have to, it looks kind of autumnal, so I could probably wear it in autumn with a jacket. It's like a vest top, and I was going to use it for summer, but then I didn't get there and finish it, so it's going to be an autumn top now, I think. I need to get back on that and make the front panel and then sort it out, but I am excited to be able to show you all of those finished pieces when they're done, and hopefully update you soon. I don't have any plans for knitting certain things. I know I want to crochet myself a Pokemon, because I have done Pokemon in the past, and I will like put some pictures up here of the Pokemon I've made before. I made my mum a Kyogre following a pattern. I made my cousin's partner a Gengar following a pattern, and what else have I made before? Oh, I made my partner's brother a Squirtle. I think that's everything I've made Pokemon wise, but I want to make myself a and now I'm forgetting what it's called. Mimikyu? Yes, I want to make myself a Mimikyu. I've found a pattern, but I need to get the yarn to make it because I haven't got the right colours. I want to make myself one of them at some point, and I'm very excited because it's going to be adorable. What else do I want to make? I've got this like grand idea of like making loads of granny squares with all different things that I like on them, so like all different themed, and then put them together as a blanket, but we'll see. I don't know if you've seen other things that I've made. I have, the very first thing I ever knitted properly was this cardigan, like this cable knit cardigan that I have. It took me a year to make. It took so long and it wrecked my hands, but I love it now, and it's so warm, and I can't wait to be able to get the cold weather and wear it, because it is a beautiful, beautiful cardigan that I love. It's like a mustard colour cable knit cardigan, and my auntie threw me in the deep end making that, and I just love it. I also made and like designed myself, but then I never wrote down the pattern, so I wouldn't be able to share it, but I made a sunflower cardigan. Again, I'll leave pictures, but it's very warm. That's crocheted, that one. And it's just covered in sunflowers, and it's very happy and pretty. I've been to work in it and had loads of compliments and people saying how lovely it looks and how sunny it looks, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I have made 2 cardigans in the past. I've made Pokemon. I know I've made lots of other things. Like I've made those bees that everybody sees all the time. You've probably seen the bees before. But I love knitting and crocheting. I just wish I could do it more than I do. I've also, another little update for you, started sewing. I have a sewing machine now, and I've only made 2 of the same thing so far. I'm very, very beginner. I don't know much about sewing yet at all. I just have some of the basic starter stuff to start myself off with. I have the machine, I have some thread, I have a bit of fabric, some stitch rippers, some pins, some needles. That's about it really. But I have made these 2 cushions, and I'll post pictures up here too of those. One was a nice little robin sitting on a twig, and the other one was a bee with a flower, and they're both very beautiful, and I really liked the fabric. And the shop that I went into, it's called Abacan, They were amazing. They were so helpful. I went in not knowing what I was going to do. I didn't know what a starter project was going to be. I didn't know what I needed. And I'm just like, please help. I'm a beginner knitter. Not knitter, no. I'm a beginner sewer. I've just acquired a sewing machine off my partner's mum. And I need stuff. And I need a first project. So can you please help me? The manager went and grabbed all the basic starter stuff that I needed: scissors, needles, threads, and she took me over to a certain section of the shop and said, right, the best starter project would be some cushion covers. Would you like to do a zipper, or would you like to do an envelope one? Which is very, very beginner. It will teach you all the basics. You won't have to attach anything. So I said, yeah, I'll do the envelope one just to do a basic starter thing. And she said that the backing material would be enough for 2. So I also chose 2 front pieces because there was some already cut front pieces for cushions. And I purchased the bee and the robin, like I said, and went on my merry way. But before I went on my merry way, they said, would you like us to show you how to make them? Like, would you like us to show you how to put all this together? Again, you can go on YouTube when you get home and look for other people doing it and watch them, but would you like us to get the sewing machine out and show you how to do it? And I was like, yes, please. So yeah, they couldn't help me enough. They got everything I needed to start out. They even showed me how to make my first project, which was amazing. And so if you live in the UK, I know Abercann's a chain shop, so I would highly recommend them, especially the one I went to, but I'm not going to say where I live. They couldn't do enough for me. They were amazing. So they even let me have a go at their sewing machine and do some of it myself, so that when I got home I'd already had like a bit of practice. So absolutely wonderful people there, and I was very, very happy. They will definitely be getting my custom again. They're like the biggest yarn and sewing shop local to me, so I definitely love going there for my knitting anyway, so they will definitely be getting my custom for sewing as well. So yeah, I have shown you my 2 sewing projects that I've recently done. I think my next one will be like a tote bag or something, another easier thing to get my skill set on the move. Eventually I want to make my own clothes, but I'll get there one day. I just want to do some easier stuff to kind of build my skill set for sewing. But yeah, that's the me made things that I'm currently kind of working on or having done. I just wanted to like update you to where I am and where I've been, like what I've been doing in the last year, because I don't think I update you about this enough. Again, it's Leanne's Loopy Library. I don't just do reading, I do other things too. So I just wanted to do a bit of a different video today and show you what I've been making, instead of what I've just been taking in what other people have made, you know? It's nice and different. So give me a thumbs up if you want more videos like this. I would love to share my knitting and sewing stuff with you, and show you kind of what I'm making, instead of, like I said before, what I'm taking in from other people. Which is just as great. I love reading so much, as you can tell. But yeah, that's I think that's everything I need to show you today. I actually had all of the materials ready to show you. Oh, one last thing. I do use bamboo needles, and these are a lot nicer and kinder on your hands. So metal needles really, like, I can't do much at all when I'm using a metal needle. So I thought I'd get some bamboo ones, and I can do so much more with these. So before I start hurting too much, which is when I stop knitting. So I highly recommend bamboo needles. They're a bit pricier, but they are so much kinder to your hands, I'm telling you. So yeah, that was my final thought of today, for me made things. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll do more of these videos as I progress in my projects, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. TTFN. Bye bye.